like Usher said, he ready to sign no papers. Somebody ready to have a divorce. This split is coming. So we had green eggs and ham. Sam, I am. It's like, do you want to win in a car? Do you want to win near a far? Do you want to watch the Lakers at a bar? Or do you just wonder why the Lakers are the way they are? We don't know. Because Darvin Ham is in the press conference talking about health when your team is practically healthy. I seen Bradley Beal play his first 2 games. So you can't talk about health when you talk about the NBA, Ham. So we got to ask, man, is it time for the Lakers to move on? After falling 110 to 96 to the Miami Heat, the Lakers find themselves 17 and 18 and looking for answers. I'm not out west. I'm glad. Well, West need to go too, but we're not talking about the Wizards. But we need to know, man, should the Lakers move on for Darvin Ham? And Dave, I mean, you kind of like started this whole thing with your team blowing them out the way you did. So let us know, man.
By the way, we actually blew him out twice. So we blew him out the first time and we blew him out last night. So
well, at least Bron got his 10 points. Keep the streak alive.
Hey, he got his 10 points, but he was held to 12. So you know. Well, for one, I'm gonna say this. I think it's I won't say premature, but I think it's a little wild to put him in the hot seat right now when the Lakers were just in the Western Conference Finals last year.
Mm-hmm.
Are we forgetting that they were in the Western Conference Finals last year? Yeah, this is not all the exact same team, but they got injuries on their team right now. I mean, D'Lo did not suit up yesterday. But they've been talking about trading him, so that's like a scapegoat for them, I guess. Then the Gabe Vincent that they got from Miami, he's been out. He's out for a very long time. I think he's out for the rest of the season. So Gabe Vincent is another key piece that they had, and then they don't know what to do with Austin Reeves. I do think that there's a relationship issue between Darvin Ham and Austin Reeves. I do believe that's something they need to nip in the bud. Whatever needs to happen there, something needs to switch there. Because it seemed like when he was starting, things were going well. And as soon as he got moved to the bench, it's like the friction started. It reminds me, not the exact same, but it reminds me of the relationship he had with Russ. Russ, wanted to start. Then he put him on the bench. And then he started. Then you remember Russ was like, the reason why, I got hurt is because I was on the bench and I didn't know how to come off the bench at that time. So I'm not saying this is the exact same situation, but I'm just saying think about that when that happened. There was some friction between Russ and Darvin Ham. And now, as you see the bench between Austin Reeves and now they're having issues. And then I do feel like he's kind of making some excuses when it comes to them not being able to win because, yes, Miami – we were without Jimmy Butler, and we know how to win without Jimmy. But two of your best stars were still on the floor. You still had LeBron James. You still had AD, and AD went crazy last night. AD was by far the best player on the floor from both teams. So I'm not just saying just on the Lakers, from both teams. He was the best player on the floor on both teams. But the Lakers don't win when they haven't won. I think they were 0-4. Or something like that when he has those kind of games. And that's because no one else is really stepping up. LeBron took a back seat. I think he only took a few shots in the fourth quarter. And I'm like, what is Bron doing? Like he waited until late to be able to even attack the basket. The Lakers have this, they got to 3-point happy and they weren't really making any shots. So at that point, when you see the shots are not going there, you need to drive the ball. But I don't think that's necessarily much of a coaching issue. I just think that the team is just not playing well right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to put all this on Darvin Ham. And like I said, they were in the Western Conference Finals last year. Yeah, they got swept, but they made it all the way to the Western Conference Finals last year. So I'm not going to put this. I'm not going to put this on them. And the Lakers were a playing team, if I remember correct.
Last year, I think so.
They were a play. So what you saw last night were the two playing teams that made it to the conference finals. Only one made it to the finals, but they still make it to the conference finals. Like you can't take that away from them. And this is what Darvin Ham's third season as the head coach. I think it's a little premature. I wouldn't say get rid of him now, but if things don't start to change, then I guess we definitely should revisit this. But right now, I'm going to say no. I don't think he should be gone.
Joe, how you feeling?
Like they said, it's too premature. I mean, should I say scapegoat? Hashtag scapegoat. But look, I'm not gonna put this on LeBron. This ain't really LeBron. I don't think LeBron's calling for Darvin Ham to get fired. It's the pressure around LeBron, and LeBron can't. He's not controlling it. I mean, it's not his fault. When you're a great player like LeBron James and your time is ticking, people don't know when your time is gonna be up. When Father Time might actually win this battle. When your son get drafted and you like, see ya, I'm going to a different team. We don't know when that's going to happen. So there's a lot of pressure on whatever the coach is going to be for the Los Angeles Lakers right now. Because you look back at the LeBron coaching history, right? LeBron James. There are rumors that LeBron, was uncoachable at times. There's rumors that he got coaches fired, but I'm not going to say he got coaches fired. Like I said, it's a pressure around him. I remember when he came back to Cleveland, right? No, matter of fact, let's start off with Eric Spoelstra. He goes to Miami, and off the first year of a letdown I hear, they wanted to fire Eric Spoelstra. And what Pat Riley say? Y'all gotta figure that out. I ain't coming downstairs. You figure that out.
He said, "Don't." And he told LeBron, "No one comes to my office and tells me how to do my job."
Oh, he told LeBron that. Oh, LeBron.
That's what Pat Riley said.
Okay, that's news from me. Oh, it's not.
LeBron left him.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
I got that in my back pocket. Anyway, so he goes, right, and they went back-to-back NBA final championships. Fourth one, they lose. LeBron rolls out. But Eric Spoelstra stays. Look at him now. Arguably the best coach in the NBA. He goes to Cleveland. David Blatt goes to the finals the first year. Fired. Ty Lue goes to the finals. Win. Lose back-to-back to KD. What they do to Ty Lue? Fired. And what he doing now? He's arguably one of the best coaches in the NBA right now. And then Luke Walton, yeah, we understand Luke Walton's situation. I didn't think that was good either. So they fired Luke Walton, and Sacramento Kings picked him up. Stupid mistake. All right. And then they get your man Dougie P. Right? Not Dougie P.
Dougie V. Frank Vogel.
They won a championship the first year. And then him and Westbrook had problems. They fired him and trade Westbrook. Brought in Darvin Ham. So, it's always issues around them. Now look at the Lakers. The Lakers aren't good right now. They just not. I mean, like they said, Darvin Ham was the same coach when LeBron was hurt, on and off the court. AD was hurt, on and off the court. Still made the playoffs. Still made the Western Conference Finals. And they made all these all-season moves. Oh, the Lakers going to go back. You're like, bro, okay, y'all made some good moves, but don't act like y'all went and got a Bradley Beal. Sorry, Tom. That's for Tom. Don't act like y'all went and got somebody crazy. Y'all went and got a bunch of role players. So I'm looking at their plus minus on their star lineups, y'all, right? So they top 1, 2, 3, 4 plus minuses in their star lineup. There's one common denominator in these lineups: Christian Wood. And do Christian Wood get burned like that? Not really. So I do agree that Darvin Ham rotation sometimes don't make sense. I agree with that. But firing the man in early January, fresh off of Western Conference Finals, you got swept. I think that's too premature. They got right out the season. And then maybe go a different direction next year if they want to.
Do I think Darvin Ham should be fired? As a Wizards fan, I say no. They won 17 games. I mean, why are you trying to get rid of a coach that's still trying to figure it all out? Like you said, Joe, you were correct in everything you said. It's LeBron. Not saying it's LeBron's fault that Darvin Ham is going to get fired, but it's the fact of the media attention that's brought because of LeBron. Darvin Ham is an okay coach. His rotations ain't the best, but he finds a way to make things work. You brought up Russell Westbrook, right? Remember when he first got there, he said, it's okay. Russell play for me because we'll make some things happen. Russ didn't want to come off the bench. What happened towards the middle of that season? Russ was like, all right, for the betterment of the team, I'll come off the bench. Russ has now been traded to the Clippers. And what is Russ doing now? Still coming off the bench. His whole mindset changed. AD, last season, you came on here, Joe, you started spitting all these facts about as many touches. I think it was like 20 plus touches a game or something like that. Or when he scores over 30 points, they win. That's the formula. Again, LeBron, you're getting older, but I think with him, it comes down to the rotation of, so how is LeBron going to fit into this? Because I think if LeBron wasn't with the Lakers, he would have a better rotation. But his rotations are probably still centered around LeBron. Because it's like, what can he do to help complement the players that's on the court? They went 7-0 in the tournament season. They've been 3-2 ever since. I know Carlson, we're cracking the jokes on some jobs finished. We hung the banner, the season's over. But something happened after that tournament. What? They can't say it's coaching because they went 7-0 in a whole bracket where it was one game, do or die.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think he should go. Now, if they tank the rest of the season and just continue to lose, yeah. But other than that, figure it out. Figure it out.
I think it's a focus thing as well. I don't think they're focused right now. They were, can I say this, hell bent on making sure that they win the in-season tournament. And not only that, I mean, it helped out some of their players, which is a good deal. But you hung the banner. This is the Los Angeles Lakers.
I know.
They hang banners for championships.
Thanks.
Finals championships. Not division championships, not Western Conference Finals. They hang retirement jerseys for some of their great players, and they hang NBA championship banners. Mm-hmm. This is an in-season tournament banner. Yes, it's a good thing that you were the first to do it, but you could have put this in the locker room.
Exactly.
You didn't have to put this out in the arena.
Yeah.
Like that's not what this is not what the Lakers are about. You won't see the Celtics do this. I guarantee you if the Celtics would have won this, they wouldn't have did that.
Nope.
There are teams that, okay, I could get it. If this was, let's say the Charlotte Bobcats were still a part of the league.
Or the Pacers.
Pacers.
If they would have won.
Exactly. They may have done that because they never won an NBA championship.
Kings.
That's just what it is.
Wizards.
Yeah. And
just
I had a little comment about the rotations thing. Doesn't every coach have a questionable rotation that they put out there sometimes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I say it all the time about Eric Spoelstra. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, why do you have 3 guards on the floor with Bam? Like, it makes no sense. But at the end of the day, you just got to be able to trust the coach.
Mm-hmm. Like Tomo said, 3 nonsense winning that tournament. They were all right in on winning that. And look at this. Just this rotation, real quick, y'all. Here we go. Mike Brown against the Hornets. Malik played 5 minutes in the first half. That's it. Mike Brown, y'all saw what happened next against Orlando. He dropped 37, right? Mike Brown in the press conference said, hey, I told Malik before shoot around, he come to my office. I told him I didn't coach you well yesterday. You know, like he admitted that like he didn't do his job. So like you said, every coach, you look at like, what are you doing? You know? But what's the end result? Western Conference Finals and see the tournament champions. I mean, I guess it didn't mean that. Like, if y'all gonna raise a banner, it gotta mean something. So you wouldn't have fired a guy who you raised a banner for literally like 2 weeks ago.
Exactly. So yeah, I think it's just the media hype that comes with having LeBron James as a player. Because again, honest. Oh, one more thing before we move on. I think if he does get fired, listen to what you said about Ty Lue. His career went to the next level.
Yeah.
Now he's considered one of the best coaches. So Darvin, hey, if you want to come to the I'm just saying. I'm just saying, man.
He's a leader of men. I'll give him that.
It's the Brown effect.
Yeah. What you said about Westbrook was facts.
Yeah. But I mean, we going from one person who should be fired to should or should not be fired. But now we gotta talk about
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all at the next episode.